It's God King Sciheme, Supreme God Allah, aka Sciheme Allah, aka PGA. For all the gangsters out there, 45 Psy. That's because my weapon of choice was a 45. My nephew asked me to speak about my days of hustling and the things I was a part of. I always got money, man, from the time I could remember, man. Like, from the time I was 11, we were just always about money, shoveling snow, raking leaves, we see people working on the houses in the hood and ask them, look, can we get a job? Anything, raking up, cleaning up. They said, yeah, we helped them out. If they didn't, then, we came back, pretty much robbed them, took the tools, everything. But I started getting money when I was, say, about 12 years old. And it progressed. And to the point when I turned 15, I realized there wasn't enough money in the hood for me, And I was probably the youngest joker out here selling dope. Because back then you couldn't sell, you couldn't just pick up a package, walk out on the block and sell it, because the old timers would run down on you like, yo, where you get this from? Whoop your ass to take it from you. Tell you they better not catch you out here no more. So it was like a fraternity, old timer had to see something in you, and then he took you on as an apprentice. You followed him around for like 6 months, and then you was given the green light to go off on your own, and the old timers would always look at me and be like, yo, it's something, something different about him. Just, he's a little swifter than the rest of them. And one day my mentor said to me, he said, listen, if a musician's tool is a trumpet or a drum, the carpenter's tool is a hammer and nails. What's the businessman's tool? And I said, his mind and his mouth, because I can make money without even having any money. I can make money off of somebody else's money, just directing traffic. And he said, out of 30 young boys that I asked that, you're the only one that answered it correctly. So I was like the youngest joker out here selling dope. And I never understood how, out here they had a thing where you had to run 5 sales in order to get a bag. But my motto was, if this man is sick, shit, and pissing on himself, how could he run me 5 sales? He's not good to me if he's all sick. So I fucked the game up out here. I came and I would give my people a bundle for themselves. Here's 3 more. That's yours, this is mine. Go get right, because you're no good to me sick. So I forced a lot of people to step their game up. And one day, a sister came to me and she was like, you a 5%er, you out here killing your own people, blah, 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 blah. And no matter how I tried to justify it, I knew she was right, So I walked out on the block one day and I just said, you know what? I told all my people, we're not dealing with no more original people, no more people at all, black people at all. From now on, when all the crackers come through, I want you to give them my number and tell them, look, we got a nice, safe spot. You can come, get your shit. You ain't got to worry about getting beat. You ain't got to worry about getting locked up. Nice, safe neighborhood. I said, we're going to leave the block, but we taking 50 of the crackers with us. And that's what I did. At an early age, I figured out there just wasn't enough money in the hood for me. You had to do too much to make $1,000. So I had my white people trained. You couldn't call me for nothing less than $100. So I knew every time my phone rung, it was at least $100. I figured it out. The money was in their hood, not ours. So when I started selling coke, I had a house in the suburbs where my personals, the white boys, would come on the weekends, and then I was out on my block, Dewood Avenue. And what I would do is I would get a box of 500 lighters for $200, and I get a box of 500 stones for like $200. So if you had a straight $10, because everybody know when you're selling dimes, you're never getting a straight $10. You're getting $7, $8. So my thing was, if you spend a straight $10, you get a free stem or a free lighter. But if you spend a straight 20, you get both. And then I use all different color bags. Every day was a different color bag. So on Fridays, I might say, if you could bring me 5 gold bags, I give you a free dime. So I always had a gimmick to bring more and more people to me, more and more money to me. And right around this time, my cousin Gangster from the Bronx, you know, he was blood. He was 5'9" brim from the Bronx, and he had came home from federal penitentiary, and my uncle had moved him down to Delaware, because he figured, you know, get him out the Bronx, because if he stay in the Bronx, he either gonna get killed or he gonna end up killing somebody and going back to prison. So he moved him out to Wilmington, Delaware. Little did he know Wilmington, Delaware was not as bad as the Bronx, but on its heels. And they called him the general out there because there was a lot of Bloods and Crips out there. We talking, 2001. And when he came home, and he was on federal parole, so I was already getting money out here. And my other nephew, I had a club. So every weekend he would come down with my other nephew who was on a run out in Wilmington, and we would go to my nephew's club. So we never stood in line.